What up, T Smalls? What it do, baby boy?
What's up? What's going on, Mr. Palmer? How you doing, sir?
It is what it is. Welcome to the Let's Talk Under the Tree podcast, all the way in Florida. We have a special guest all the way from California, love.
No.
T Smalls, I think you can sing that pretty good. Let me hear your.
So you guys in California? I mean, you in Florida?
We in Florida. Yeah, we in Florida.
Okay.
Jacksonville,
Florida.
T Smalls, let me hear your California love. Let me see your rendition.
Hey man, I do a little bit of something. California love.
Yeah. Welcome everybody. We have Mr. Actor, comedian Todd Bridges in the house. Everybody,
what up?
What up? Everybody know him as Willis. Is gonna be kind of hard for me to call you Todd. I might switch back and forth.
What you doing, Willis?
Yeah.
It's what you talking about. He said, "What you doing?"
I'm sorry, my bad.
He said, "What you doing, Willis?" Know who said that?
Yeah. But it's all good. We're gonna have a good time, and check on the brother and see what he's up to these days, and sit down under the tree with us today. We appreciate him being on here, and everybody love and miss you, man. T Small, show him some love,
man. We talking under the tree.
T Small, show the brother a little love. Sing it, show him.
Man, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Since we together, we might as well stay. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be our neighbor? Let's talk under the tree, man.
Here we go. One time for your mind, two times for your soul. We'll be back in 20 seconds with Mr. Todd Bridges, actor, comedian. We love y'all. We'll be back in 20 seconds.
Who is you?
Yeah, this is a story of famous dog. The dog.
Okay, we back in the house. Welcome everybody. Hey, here we go. Hey, brother, where you been, man? We miss you, man.
Man, I've been hanging around, just trying to get things going. It's been tough because of coronavirus, knocked out a lot of things. I had a show coming and then it got put on hold, and I don't think you'll see it again. That's what happens in this business,
Right.
And yeah, we miss you from back in the days, brother. But guess what? Everybody still love you.
Well, I appreciate that. I was thinking about retiring, thinking about getting out of it and just not doing nothing, just kicking back and putting your feet up somewhere and relaxing, No,
I don't do that. Believe it or not, me and my co-host was actually discussing. I know you, if you don't mind me saying your age, you're 56. You're still a legend, man. You're a legend, actually.
I appreciate that. I was the first, guy to go through all that I had to go through being a black entertainer in this business, one of the first kids,
Right.
And then some of my work though, like I was in Roots,
Yeah.
I was the first black kid on Little House on the Ferry, first black kid on the Waltons. I crossed a lot of barriers for our people to continue on in this business, and I love the business, but it's a lot of work, and at the same time, it's difficult,
Right. What age did you actually start doing this?
I started at 5 years old. At 5, I started, and the first thing I ever did was a commercial with the United Airlines with Carl Weathers was in it. United Airlines commercial I did, yeah.
Wow. 5 years old.
Yeah.
Hey, T Smalls, you think at 5 years old that you can remember some acting lines?
You know what? It probably would have been hard for me. I mean, everybody is a little different. But yeah, it probably would have been kind of hard, man. But I'm pretty sure I would, just like how he remember it, man. I would have probably remember it what was going on at that time when you first got started off.
Man,
oh yeah.
When you were 5, did you have to actually audition?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We still got to audition, man. It's not the same with brothers, We brothers got to always audition. That's just how it is. And sometimes you'll see everybody in the same room. You be like, oh, good gracious, this is ridiculous. Everybody, they don't just pick us out. They audition us, make us see if we, can do the work. When they know we can, they still make us do it. So it's just how the business is,
I think this is appropriate for me to show you this little clip.
Okay.
Because, African-American actors, has always been said you have a hard time, getting roles, and you started at 5 years old. So some of the sets that you have, have went to and have to have the audition, Did they actually look at you like this and ask you this right here?
Who is you? Yeah, well, usually our dressing room was the furthest away from everybody's. That used to happen a lot too. It was just, that's just how it was, man. You know, you had to understand, accept it. I think the more we in this business become tighter together, the more we can succeed. There are so many people out there with the money now, the studios to make things happen, but they keep their own little circle. They don't branch out and bring everybody in so we can branch out into our own circles everywhere. They don't do that. And I wish they would. It'd be better for all of us, you know, all of us minorities in this business.
Me and T. Smalls was talking about 3 days ago about child actors and stars. And, you know, you set the pace from Little House on the Prairie, Roots, and so forth. What recommendation can you give to child actors of today?
Always have a secondary job. You know, don't keep that as the main job. You know, I do other stuff too. Otherwise, you'll be in trouble. You know, when because you know it's different for us when we're working. You know, and when we're not working. You know, it's just a lot different, man. It's just that's in this country right now. All we can do is accept it and move forward, or you know, protest it. You know, whatever you want to do, but it's just a lot of work, you know, to keep continuing going, to be successful, you know, because the fans love you, but it doesn't mean that the producers are going to hire you. Doesn't mean the studios are going to hire you. Doesn't mean that. They don't care about that.
Wow. That's amazing, T. Smalls, because even back then, when did Diff'rent Strokes and Little House on the Prairie, you know, when did that air?
That was in the 70s.
Let's see.
The first show, the commercial that aired was 75. And then I just started working on from there. And a lot of shows aired in the early 70s, very early 70s. And then, you know, then I was Diff'rent Strokes and Everybody Hates Chris. And I was on World's Dumbest for 10 years too. We did World's Dumbest for 10 years. I don't know if you remember that show. It was on it was the show where we made fun of videos all the time. It was like 15 of us.
Right.
Yeah. And I was the one that always did impersonations of people and wore outfits and stuff like that. I was crazy in that show. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Speaking of Roots, you know, the world we live in is a different day now. Do you think you could do a role like Roots right now?
Well, the question is, should we make a role like that right now? That's the question. Is like, you know, we need to move past Roots and start doing other stuff. Like, you know, I watch shows and I want our shows to be universal. I want Black shows to be universal because we are just like everybody else. So why are we showing stuff that we're not like everybody else? You know what I mean? We're like everybody else, you know, except for, you know, we dance better, you know, we got better food, you know.
We can jump.
Yeah, we can jump. You know what I mean? But I've been seeing some fast, you know, I've been watching that new, I think it's the Olympics going on. Man, there's some fast white girls out there. Have you seen that?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my God, they've been running quick. I'm like, well, that ain't went over to the men, I guess. But it's with them, but they went to the men. But they've been fast keeping, you know, black girls been beating them, but they ain't by a lot. You know,
man, they've been on their heels, man.
Yeah, they have been. I've been watching that, man. They've been on their heels, you know. So, you know, I think that, you know, as far as, you know, I'm glad that the Black woman now is getting focused on now. That's a good thing that needs to happen. You know, we all got mothers and just stuff needs to happen, you know, get focused on them and let them be up front for a long time now. So,
wow. Since you straight out of Cali, I'm sure you're a Tupac fan. Gotta be.
Yeah, of course. He died too early, you know. I wish he would have did something like Snoop Dogg didn't go on that trip that day. You know, Snoop didn't go. He was invited, but he didn't go. But you know, we're losing a lot of people, man, so fast. My mother always told me that when I get older, people are going to start disappearing, and she is so right.
Right. Of all ages, actually.
Yeah, they're going quick.
No matter how old you is right now, man, they all going, man. You're right, man.
Yep.
Right. I see you was on Fear Factor.
Oh, yeah, I was on Fear Factor where I felt that they kind of got me a little bit when they said I didn't pull my flags out before I went in the water, which I did, and they wouldn't run the tape back. They go, oh, we can't do that. But they had tape in there. They could have run back, but they didn't do it. You know, when they want you out, they want you out. You know, that's just how it is.
Do you think you could do this part on Fear Factor as far as, you know, when they give you the worms? And
man, I'm not doing nothing like that no more. When you get older, man, I already told you I play men's adult baseball. Yeah. And I pulled my shoulder out Sunday. I was sliding in. I made a great slide, but ripped my shoulder out. Now it's got to heal. Now I got, you know, and when you get 56, it's going to take, you know, a month to even heal probably, you know, before I go back out and play again. Right. But, you know,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'm not eating no nasty stuff. That just ain't going to happen.
Hey, they say that's protein, though.
Man, I don't care what protein that is. They can go ahead and eat it. I ain't eating it. I mean, I'd eat if I was starving and I had to, you know what I mean? I mean, I'd eat you if you passed away. You know, like that movie, remember that movie Alive?
Yep.
That movie Alive, if you crash inside that mountain and you gone, I'm going to eat you up. Sorry. I'll have to, somebody got to tell the story. I got to tell the story, man.
Man, that's good.
Hey, T Smalls, we got one of his fans on here. We got to see what they say. What they say.
Oh,
hello,
thank you.
I had a crush on your on Diff'rent Strokes. They had a crush. Oh man,
thank you. I appreciate that.
I guess some of the ladies thought you was a sex symbol. That was. How old were you on Diff'rent Strokes? Matter of fact,
it went from 12 to 22.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
man.
One thing about the acting style that you did in your whole entire cast, is that if you didn't know any better in real life, we would actually think that you guys was an actual family.
Oh yeah,
because of the talent, and it seemed like you made the characters so real. Even in your real life, you couldn't tell me off the set if I seen you in the streets that that wouldn't.
Oh yeah. Well, we've been out pitching a reboot of Diff'rent Strokes, but the crazy part about it is, we got to bite somewhere, and now we got to wait on Sony to say yes. That's one thing when they got you under the thumb, nothing you can do until they say yes. We can't do nothing about it.
Right. We have another comment right here. What they say, Smalls?
You are a legend, Mr. Bridges.
Oh, hey, thank you. I really appreciate that.
That's a fact right there. That's not a opinion. That's a fact.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess because I started way before everybody, and I had to take all the lumps on the head before, before everybody else can come through.
And guess what, T Smalls? All the ladies coming on here right now. We got another one.
Oh yeah, yeah. Another one said I had a major crush on him and one of them big old goldfish.
You funny, dude. What a big goldfish.
I think you might have to start modeling in what, Playboy magazine or something.
Who, me?
Oh man.
Nah, dude. My junk is only for whoever woman I'm with. That's it. It ain't for everybody to see.
Right.
I ain't doing that.
Actually, I didn't realize you were a comedian also.
Oh, I did stand up 15 years. Oh yeah.
I actually never knew that.
I never came to Florida. I went everywhere else but Florida. I never went to Florida.
Man, hey man, they got to bring it to the comedy zone, man, down here, man.
I don't do stand up no more, man, because I got to watch what I say. If I say anything that's offending someone, I'm in trouble. You know how the media does me. They like to crush me. So it's so brutal how the media does me. Everything I say, they're gonna bring up my past. It's ridiculous what they do to me. They don't do it to the white actors, but they do it to me all the time.
Right.
I can, it doesn't matter. It's been 30 years and they still bring that mess up. It drives me crazy, man.
You know what? You're right, because I read that today that they do that. That's a shame. Yeah,
that's what they do to me all the time. It sucks, It's like bringing up on somebody who's still doing it. There's a lot of white actors still doing it. Bring it up on them. Why you got to bring it up on me?
Sometimes it's not how you start, it's how you finish, and just keep on.
That's why I don't let it bother me. But I love the masses right now. I love wearing a mask. It's the best thing in the world, man. I love it. Nobody knows who I am. Nobody bothers me. Nobody says nothing to me. I ain't got to hear no crazy comments. I just keep on moving.
In the year 2025, Todd Bridges still wears his mask.
Just right. I'm not gonna. Hey, let me tell you something. I haven't had a cold in 2 years. I ain't had a cold in 2 years. That's something about them masks. Them Asians been trying to tell us about them masks forever, right?
You're right.
Always seen them wear it.
Yep.
And I was like, why they wearing it? I used to laugh at them, and now I see why they wear it. It keeps you from getting sick.
Yeah.
Keeps you healthy and you good. When you're around people who don't want to wash their hands, people who are nasty, you know what I mean? And the guy can be dressed perfect, but don't mean he ain't nasty. He may go to the bathroom. How many times you go to the bathroom and you wash your hands, you see people just going in there and walking out? You be like, man, come on, man.
Man, it's crazy you said that. I saw that today, man, when I was shopping, man. I saw that today.
You be like, come on, wash your hands, bro. I'm like, man, wash your hands, dude. Come on now. I had a guy one time in the bathroom. I'm going to the restroom. He's like, hey, man, can I get a shake? And I'm like, man, I ain't shaking your hand. I said, dude, you just grabbed your thing. I ain't shaking your hand, dude. I said, wash your hands. And I'll say hi to you outside, but I ain't shaking your hand.
That actually happens a lot, believe it or
not. Yeah.
Hey, T Smalls, we got another one. What they say?
Todd, you're the only survivor of Diff'rent Strokes.
Yes, I am. That is true.
Man.
Wow, man.
That's because God wanted it this way. What God wanted, he got. I can't.
Right. When it comes to, say you get another role with African American actors, you and a lot of others, Is there politics involved? They already knew who they're going to.
Oh, nah, man. There's so much politics in this game. It's ridiculous. It's a lot of politics in this game. You know, and that's why, you know, it's like, you know, we have our guys who have their own studios, but, you know, you look at the work they're doing, you know. I'll tell you who's doing some good work, though. It's 50 Cent. He got some good shows on, man. You can't argue with that.
Yeah.
He's doing some great shows. And what I love about him is they're educated shows. People are smart on them. You know what I mean? But they're just, you know, they hustle, they're doing whatever they're doing. But I just love to see that intelligent people doing shows. I love that, man. It's the greatest thing. Because we are intelligent people. So stop doing shows that makes us look unintelligent. You know,
right?
They can be like every other show, but you know, make them intelligent. That's all you got to do.
I agree.
You've been in this business a long time.
True. Yeah, 50 going on. I think 50 years. Yeah, 50 years.
I'm going to ask you to just give me and T Smalls three black actors that you could say it's the it factor. They are it. They got that talent, hands down.
I would say Mos Def.
Okay.
Denzel Washington and probably Sam Jackson. I love Sam Jackson.
Right.
That man, I think he's in the Guinness Book of World Records for being in the most movies that made the most money ever. I don't think nobody can beat Denzel. Denzel's in everything. Yeah. If he got 2 lines, he's still in there. Remember in that shark movie, he was like, "I'm gonna tell you," he got eaten. I think Ella Kudrow was in that movie too. But it's
funny you said Mos Def, man. A lot of people don't give Mos Def credit, dude. Man. He was in a real big time movie, The Italian Job, man. And he was phenomenal, man.
He's in a lot of movies, man.
Right.
What's that? The Galaxy one?
The
Galaxy.
Yeah.
He was in that. He's great in everything I've seen him in. He's been wonderful. So I love seeing guys like that. And Denzel's great, and Sam is great. I love those guys. I just do. So
seems like when Sam shows up on the set, you don't know if he's gonna fight or cuss you out.
Nah, Sam probably. I've never worked with Sam. I don't think I ever met Sam. He's probably the only person I haven't ever met. But no, I hear he's great to work with, you know, and that's all that counts. People who are good to work with and easy to work with. Without
saying any names, do they have a lot of actors that's, say, arrogant? You don't have to name
them. Man, I'm not naming none, but the problem is a lot of these people are not actors and they're arrogant. You know, they go on a reality show and it blows up and they think they're like, you know, an actor or whatever, or really put talent into it. You know, being yourself and becoming famous is different than being an actor, I think.
Wow.
Because doing stand-up is a lot of work. You know, I love to see stand-up guys. It's a lot of work, man. You know, as far as stand-up goes, it's hard to beat Dave Chappelle. He is hilarious. He says the real. Dave will say anything he wants to say. I wish I was Dave. I can just say anything I want doing stand-up and don't
I feel like he took up where Richard Pryor left off at.
Yeah, he did. He took up because Dave be chanting in the park, be cracking me up, man. I'd be dying off Dave, man.
Some of those skits he did on the Dave Chappelle show.
Well, some of them was real. I mean, the one Richard Pryor, that was completely real. I mean, not Richard Pryor. What's his name? You know,
Prince.
No, the other guy.
You talking about Charlie Murphy?
No, Charlie Murphy was talking about who was Charlie Murphy talking about all the time? Because that's true. Rick James. Yes. Rick James. All that was true about Rick James. Let me tell you. All that was true. Everybody that knew Rick James, that's how Rick James was, man. Rick James was like that, man. I got some stories about Rick James, but you would die, dude. Rick James was hilarious.
I believe what you said that Dave Chappelle can say it and you can't, because some of those skits he did.
Oh yeah.
Next week I would say, well, Dave Chappelle's gonna get canceled now.
Yep. Nope. Yep. He would do some crazy stuff, but he would stay on. It didn't bother him.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. We have a good comment right here. T Smalls, what they say.
I appreciate your love for our people, brother. Some people that do what you do disconnect from the people, but everything you speak about is uplifting, and you are rooted for us. Hey, that's
thank you, man.
I like that.
I do root for my people. You know, it don't matter who I date or who I'm with. I always root for my people.
Right.
And I just want our people to start rooting for each other too, you know, and don't get the crab out of barrel syndrome. And we got to start pushing ourselves to uplift each other and go forward as fast as we can, because this is a country where we're going to have to start getting our own and getting it fast, because they ain't going to give it to us so easily. We got to take it, but take it in the right way, the wrong way.
Let me ask you this. I'm going to use Jimmy Walker as an example, then I'll go to you. Jimmy Walker, when we interviewed him, he stated that when he's in the store, when people would say dynamite, he keeps walking. Is he tired?
Oh, I'll do it. If you say what you're talking about, I'll keep walking. I'm not stopping it. Not at all.
You probably heard that about 100,000 times in your lifetime.
It's the biggest catchphrase of all time.
Yeah, man.
Dynamite is a big catchphrase, but what you're talking about, Willis, is huge. And it's like, man, I hear it everywhere. I hear it yelled across the thing. What you talking about, Willis? And I'm like, let's keep on going. I'm not stopping to say hi or nothing if you're going to say that. If you just say Todd, I go, hey, and I see me, I'll turn around and talk to you. But with the mask, you can't see me no more. I blend in with everybody else.
Hey, I'm going to bump it up a little bit. 2031, Todd still wears the mask.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm alive that long, I still will have it. I'm telling you, man, I've learned something. I ain't even had a cold in 2 years. I love it, man. It's the greatest thing that happened to me. So.
Oh, my God.
Well, you can't see me. They think I'm a regular. They leave me alone. They be like, hey, is that? Let them go. You know?
You desire to get back on the screen because it's really in you. Some things is hard to leave.
I mean, I do it, but I don't desire. You know, it's not something that's pushing me toward that direction anymore. I mean, I will do it. Like I said, I had my show. We're supposed to do reboot of Diff'rent Strokes or continuation, and waiting on Sony. That may take forever. But we got a lot of people wanting to see it because it's a great concept of what we want to do. But I'm not in a hurry no more. I'm just not. At 56, you more like relaxing because normally people can able to retire by then. 20. I put 50 years in this business, and I've retired from one, but not all of them. I have to wait till I'm 62 to retire from all of them.
Right. Wow, that's a long time, man.
Ain't that far away, man? It's 62. I'm only 50. I'm 56. I ain't got far to go. You know what I mean? It's basically, and the way time been going now, it's around the corner.
Right.
The blessing part of this whole thing, I mean, you talked about this backstage with all the critics and talking trash about you. In the media, you still pretty much look the same.
Oh yeah, I love making them look dumb, which means that they say all this crazy stuff, but I've been sober 30 years. They say all this stuff. I let them keep saying, let them say what they want to say. I'm gonna continue to flourish and shine no matter what they say. They can say whatever they want to say. Don't bother me no more. It bothered me very early on in my career, but it doesn't bother me anymore. Whatever they say, they want to say it, say it. What it makes me do is not do interviews with a lot of these new companies now. I won't do none of them no more. I be like, nope. Because I know they're going to say something. Because they'll, we won't do that. Then all of a sudden you look at what they publish and it's like something else. You're like, wait a minute. Or 1985 and 1986. You're like, what the hell, dude? Really?
Yeah.
I saved a woman's life in she fell into the water. She was a paraplegic. She fell into the water and I saved her. And Fox News, I was watching Fox News, and they said, actor Todd Bridges was a hero today, but he wasn't such a hero in 1985. I'm like, oh, God, really?
They always do that. They always do that. Yep. No matter what you do, you've been a good Samaritan. You saved somebody's life. They always going, just like you say, they're going 30 years in the past. Like, man, come on.
But
really?
they don't do it to their people. They do it to us, though. They don't do it to
Right. Exactly.
You don't hear nothing about them.
Exactly.
Oh, man. Do you think you would ever... that you would ever outlive or just the character from like Willis?
Now it's too hard to outlive that show. That's why. But now it doesn't matter. You can do other shows. It doesn't really matter anymore. But I'll never outlive that. It was one of the biggest shows of its time. And it helped bring America back together again. It did a lot for America. That show did a lot for our people. And I'm hoping that we can do it again and bring some. We just need changes in America. That's just the bottom line. For us to do what we need to do, we need more change. We need a lot more safety nets for us in this country. We've been getting shafted for too many years. You know what I mean? It just ain't right. When you look at it, I mean, I heard that in LA, Manhattan Beach used to belong to a black family. I don't know if you know that or not. The whole stretch of Manhattan Beach did. And they're trying to give it back to them now. Trying to give it back. They made a park into it. They wouldn't do anything with it, and we took it from them. Just took it from them. So they're trying to give it back to them. I hope they do.
It's a lot of that going on, actually.
Oh yeah.
Being rediscovered, and I'm glad, with your status that you wasn't afraid to mention that.
Not at all.
Yeah, me and Smalls, we were just talking about that. Matter of fact.
Oh yeah.
And that goes on a lot. But I don't think your career is done as far as the big screen. Whether you like it or not, you're gonna be revived.
I'm not gonna like push it away. If it's there, I'll do it. I'm not gonna push it away. Of course, I'll do it.
Right.
I have no trouble doing that. I'm doing some movie next week. I don't know what it is, but 16th. I don't know what it is. But I'm doing it.
You're just gonna be there. You're gonna show up.
Man, a lot of times I don't know what I'm doing. I just go and do it. They say, "Hey, we need you over here." I'm like, "All right," and I go do it. That's just. I just like being happy. I'm not gonna be going crazy anymore. I'm not gonna let anybody make me upset anymore. It just don't make no sense, you know. It's just be happy, and I'm gonna be happy no matter what they say or try to do to me. I'm gonna be happy.
What happens really when you go on the set, and you know what does it consist of actually filming something? You know, whether it's a TV show.
Well, it's not as easy as people think it is.
Yeah, is it a grind? I mean,
it's a grind.
How long are your days?
Sometimes there's 16-hour days.
Wow. You
know, that's why. Remember, what's his name? The Wayne's brother that was on. He was on this show, Lethal Weapon TV series. Remember that? Mm-hmm. You know, he quit. You know why he quit? He was working 16-hour days, and I hear he had diabetes and all that kind of stuff. So it was too much on him, and not being able to see his family. You're working 16-hour days. You're working Monday through Saturday, probably 16-hour days. That's a lot of work. Wow. You know, and it's not as rosy as people think it is. You know, just not. It's a lot of work.
Wow.
You could be doing the show when it's cold outside, and you're not supposed to have a jacket on that scene. You ain't got no jacket, so you cold. You know what I mean? You're trying to say your lines, your teeth chattering. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. Or super hot, you know, and everybody else is cool because they're inside of somewhere looking at what you're doing inside somewhere cool, and you're not. You're outside doing the grind work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Wow, man. T-Cross, what they say on this one, brother?
How does he feel about Black Dynamite episode of Diff'rent Strokes? Ha.
We had one of those? We had a Black Dynamite episode?
They was asking your opinion on that.
Oh, the show Black Dynamite?
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, he said, how does it feel? How do you feel about the Black Dynamite episode of Diff'rent Strokes?
There was one? I don't remember a Black Dynamite episode.
I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't think it's one. I think they probably wanted to get your opinion on that. Like, how would you feel if they had a Black Dynamite Diff'rent Strokes? That's what they thought.
Oh, we did it. We really did. We weren't afraid to do anything. We did stuff that people were afraid to touch. We did it on that show.
Hey, T-Small, what they say? Another compliment for the brother.
Hey, Todd looks great at 56. Good to see him doing well.
That. Yeah, doing pretty good, which is good. So.
T-Small's what they say. We got them coming in.
Okay, how was your relationship with your co-stars on Diff'rent Strokes? Was they all real easy to work with?
Yeah, everyone was easy to work with. We got along pretty well most of the time, you know. But kids, have their own little altercations when you're kids. But as adults, we got along really well. So,
right. When you're a child star, is it a lot of stress? And I mean, come on, like.
Well, the only stress that I was dealing with at the time was the Los Angeles Police Department, driving to work, getting pulled over every day for 5 years, And I don't know if y'all remember, I was trying to tell everybody what was going on with the police departments. Nobody would listen to me. I don't know if you remember that. Right. I kept telling people they thought it was me. I'm like, no, I'm telling you what's happening. They wouldn't listen to me. And then all of a sudden now everybody's like, oh, he wasn't. He was telling the truth. Yeah, no kidding. I was trying to tell you that, but they've calmed down, which is good. They've calmed down. They don't just pull you over. I mean, I drive a nice car and they don't pull me over. Thank God. Because normally, in the 70s, they pull me over all the time. Hey, what is a person like you doing in a car like this? And, I was a smart aleck, but then I said, I don't know. What's a guy like you doing in a uniform like that?
Right. You know what? That's crazy. They ask you crazy questions like that for real, man. Yeah. For real. Yeah.
Were you also on the Love Boat TV series?
Yes, I was on the Love Boat. Sure was. I was on that. Did an episode of that. My parents were Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis Jr. were my parents.
Wow. Man, that's a blessing, brother.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get in touch with what's his name, Ted Lange.
Gosh, I don't know where he's at. I haven't, we haven't been out in a while, so you don't really go. I mean, I had something to go to last week. I didn't go.
Yeah.
I don't want to go. People don't want to wear masks and stuff. I ain't going. I mean, I got both of the shots. I love when people say, in that shot, they're going to track you. I'm like, man, they already tracking you with your phone and your car. Yep. If you get a new car, they're tracking you in your car and your phone. So and if you ain't doing nothing wrong, why you care if they're tracking you? I ain't doing nothing wrong. They can watch me all they want. They get bored watching me. Right. Man, he watched TV, man. He's eating a pot pie. Yeah, that's about all I do.
Your character on Diff'rent Strokes was very surreal. Did anyone actually believe that white guy was your dad for real? Because, back then you guys really acted like real.
Well, I'll tell you what happened was when I was younger, I did a show when I was in Roots because Lloyd Bridges was in Roots at the time. And I was selling candy from our school. And he told everybody, line up and buy candy for my grandson. because, you know, Lloyd Bridges and I was Todd Bridges. So they thought I was his grandson. So I go on these shows. They go, so your grandfather, Lloyd Bridges. And I go, that's not my grandfather. My grandfather, as far as I know, is in San Diego, and he's black. I hear him all the time. Because he'd always say to me, I'm going to give you these fish bones, sucker. And I no, Grandpa, don't do that.
Yeah. So you work with John Amos and Roots. I
work with John Amos and Roots, but I also work with John Amos in a show. I forgot what it was called. It was a movie, and I forgot what it was called.
That's okay.
Yeah, I worked with him in a few things. So you always work with black actors in something. You know what I mean? Because at that time in the 70s, wasn't a lot of us, so we were always in the same thing. So.
Right. Well, you know, John Amos came from Good Times, so were you kind of scared of him? Because in my era, everybody was scared of John.
No, I knew him by walking on the set. I knew him by being there. We were Diff'rent Strokes. It was owned by the same company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was owned by Tandem Productions at the time. It was Tandem, and we filmed all in the same location. All the shows did. That's why I knew all the kids were all in the same area. So we used to play together at lunch or have lunch together. You know, it was always something crazy to do.
All right. Going back to the comedy thing, was your comedy style, you know, explicit lyrics, or you kept a clean show?
Nah, mine was wild. I just told the truth about my life and my situations. You know, that's all I did, and people were dying laughing. You know, my life is funny, can be very funny. You know, you just punch up the punchlines, you know, and they're hilarious. You have fun with it. You know, I just have a good time with it.
You did say you get in trouble. You did say you get in trouble when you do comedy. So
I can
agree with that.
That's why I had to chill. You know, I don't want them saying, "Did you hear what he said?" I'm not Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle don't want to get away with it. You know, can you believe he said that about her? You know, or him. You know, I can't do that. You know,
hey, T Smalls, I can't even picture him cussing. Can you?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. See, the Todd Bridges we know is the Diff'rent Strokes and Little House on the Prairie. Hey, but now it's mixed in with a little bit of comedy, so I don't know, man. He look like he can get down. He look like he can get down.
When it's in the show, you know, I have to drop them lines. You got to drop and make them funny. Right. So sometimes it does take that word to make it funny.
Right. What do you see is kind of next for you? What would you like to do to leave a mark on this world? Whether it's acting, comedian, you say you playing baseball.
Yeah, I play Wednesday baseball every Sunday. Well, I guess now, you know, it's just doing good work, man. Just doing good work. And, you know, leaving a legacy of being, you know, the people that, you know, that started and pushed it, you know, pushed the envelope to help our people. You know, that's what we need to do. That's what we all need to be doing as black people, doing as much as we can for each other, you know, because they're not going to give it to us. We have to get it ourselves. So
that is correct.
That's why what the rappers have been able to do is amazing, because us TV and movie people have not been able to do what the rappers have been able to do, you know, and, you know, so, and I'll never forget listening to somebody say, oh yeah, you know, rap's going to fade out. And I was like, no, it's not.
Nah, it ain't going nowhere.
It just all right, you know, hip hop just growing. It's just growing. It's getting bigger and bigger.
Wow. Do you rap a little bit?
Nah, dude, I cannot rap. I ain't gonna lie. Otherwise, I'd have been put a rap song out.
Yeah, he would have probably had multiple albums by now.
Sure would have. I'm not a good rapper, you know. So.
You say you play in adult league baseball. You don't think you're too old for that because you got a little injury going on? I mean, a little bend.
Well, it happens, man. You just got to come on, heal up, and get back to the next game. But no, it's the people on my team are all around the same age. Teams that we play. You know, we don't want to play them young kids, man. Them young kids too good, man. You know, it's like playing my son. He 22. I ain't playing him. That kid is. You know, I used to beat him up in basketball, and I played him a couple weeks ago. Man, it was ridiculous. He fast as hell, man. I can't keep up with him. I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, dang. Slapping my shot now like I used to do him. Now he's slapping my shot. I don't even want to play with him no more. I'm like, nope, I ain't playing you. You got to pull the dad card. Right. Okay, now. Slow down now.
Yeah. Did you say you was a video gamer?
Oh, yeah. I'm a big-time gamer. That's what I was doing before I called you. I'm playing. It's about 4 of me and my buddies, and one of my good friends, Victor. We played Battlefield 4 a lot. So I was playing that earlier. And it's funny, man. When you get killed, watching your body roll, it's hilarious in this game.
I heard it. I heard it's addictive.
Oh, it is, but it's good. It's good mentally for you, because if you have any stress going on, just get in that game and shoot up a bunch of people, and you ain't got to worry about going to jail. You say, "Yeah, got
I know that's right.
Yeah, fool, got you, fool." You know what I mean? And you ain't got to worry about nothing happening to you because it's only in a video game.
Right,
man. I could imagine the conversations going on while y'all playing.
Oh man, we've been talking trash. you know, like my buddy Victor, he's a police officer in Illinois. He be cracking me up because I'll be driving. He goes, man, I hope you got some insurance the way you driving because I be wrecking into everything, driving these tanks and stuff. You know, we just have a good time. So
right.
I think I know the answer to this one. What black actor would you like working with if you had the chance? But I think you know what you're going to do. I like, well, the ones that I know of are great. Like, I want to work with Viola Davis, so I'm going to work with. Yeah, she's great. I want to work with her, man. That movie Black Bottom. Oh my.
Oh God. Yeah, but she's good in everything she does, man. She's great. Be good to work with her.
Everything turned to gold with her.
Yeah, she's a really good actress. I want to work with her.
And the movie Black Bottom, she put them gold teeth in. I said, man,
I know.
Bitter, didn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm sure you've noticed that it's a lot of, I would say, unfairness with the Oscars among
our come on, we all know that. Okay, I'll give you a prime example. Here's the one I can give you, and you'll understand this one. Okay, remember Denzel was in The Hurricane? Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, now, and what's his name was in Gladiator? Russell Crowe was in Gladiator. Now, Russell Crowe won for Gladiator, which wasn't nowhere near The Hurricane. Hurricane was amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I mean, that movie did well, but still, it wasn't like. So then they realized they made a mistake. So the next year comes up, they don't give it now. Beautiful Minds. Russell Crowe should have got it for Beautiful Minds, but they realized they messed up, so they give it to Denzel for Training Days. Like, come on, y'all, really?
Yeah.
Training Days. You should have gave it to him for The Hurricane. That's but that shows you how weird it is. You know what I mean? It's all, you know. I don't know.
They did the flip flop thing.
Yeah, they did the flip flop thing. Yeah. Because you know, and I mean, think about this: the Training Days. Come on, man, that's not really a really emotional character roller coaster. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, but I mean, but in the Hurricane, oh man, Denzel deserved that, dude. He blew that thing away. Just think about this. Think about the all-time movie Scarface.
Yeah.
Now, remember, they wasn't giving awards up for stuff like that. They are now, but they wasn't then. How are you gonna tell me he didn't deserve an Oscar for that role he did in Scarface? That became iconic in America.
That's an iconic movie. No doubt.
Yeah, and he didn't get an Academy Award for that. He was amazing in that. Yes. Man, Al Pacino was incredible in that, but didn't get no Oscar for that. So it just goes to show you how weird it is. It's a weird business. It's a weird thing. Oscars are definitely weird.
Al Pacino seemed like he lived the character with.
Well, I met Al Pacino on the set because I was doing Diff'rent Strokes back then, and he didn't know who I was because he was Tony Montana. I'm not a method actor. I can't. Method acting to me is too much work. There's no way I can come on to my kids and be somebody else. They'd be like, "What the heck is wrong with Dad? Dad is tripping." You know. So.
But Denzel played a lot of roles in the past, you know, that he should have won an Oscar.
Oh yeah, but they weren't giving him out for black people then. Remember that? You know, so they passed us up. You know, just like I said. But this is why we have to, as a people, we have to work together and unify together. So therefore, you know, we can do better together. But the only way, no one's going to give it to us. We got to work together as a unit to make ourselves get it.
Right. Definitely.
Did you go to acting school or was it just
my mom was an acting teacher. She taught a lot of people. My mom taught Neil Long, Regina King. All those people are my mom's. All those big actors went to my mom's school. She taught all of them for years and years and years. You know, she taught them all. That's who taught us all. It was my mom.
Oh man, that's a blessing. So you was born with a gift, basically.
Yeah.
Man, wow. When you're acting, I mean, we always hear the term, you know, you have to read your script. Are those scripts really very thick?
Yeah, they could be over 100 pages. Yeah, but you don't. But you don't learn the whole script in one time. You learn scenes. Scenes.
Oh.
Hey, I'm doing this movie soon, and it's like I'll start with the first scenes we're gonna start with. I'll just learn those 15 pages, and then you wait, and then once you learn those, you come on the next night. You got to learn whatever else you're doing. That's just how it works. You got to learn them. You know, you got to have a good memory. You got to come off the cuff pretty fast. So.
Oh, but that's not for me. How about you, Smart?
I may can do it, man. I might trip up on my lines a couple of times, but I'll probably get it right. They'll probably get tired of taking takes of me, man. Take 25 or so.
Nah, they're not gonna take 25. They're like, hey, man, replace him.
But you know what, though? I might can do it because, believe it or not, when you live podcasting, you might stumble on the word. It is what it is when you live. When it's live, that's what it's going to be. There's no editing, so I might can do it. Well,
you got to remember lines, and you have to act but not act. That's the thing. You got to act but not act. You got to take in the character and be that character, And then, you know, method actors take that character and they, like I said, they keep that character and they stay with it until the movie's over. You know, and that's just something I can't do. That's just, ooh, that's rough.
Hey, that's not
me right. Me either.
I don't think I can do that.
Nah, I can't.
So when you gaming, I mean, you playing that, I forgot what you said it was.
Battlefield 4.
So you don't go to bed till probably about 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning.
Man, I don't go to bed till 3 in the morning anyway. Okay. Man, I go to bed late, work up early. I wake up at 6:30 every morning. Then I can do. That's what happens when you get older too. You just wake up. Boop, dang. Can I get any more sleep? But I just can't. I just wake up. It sucks, you know.
We have one more last question here. Smalls, what they say right there?
Did you improvise a lot?
Well, not on Diff'rent Strokes. Not on usually on scripts. You're going by what's in there. Some shows allowed us to improvise. When I was on Everybody Hates Chris, we were allowed to improvise some stuff. If you're good at it, but if you're not good at it, no. You know, you got to be good at it. And I'm pretty good at improvising when I need to say things. So.
Last question I have for me, as a child actor, when did you know your skills was really developing and you know you had it? You had something.
When you get in your 20s,
okay,
you realize that your skills are developing and you got certain things you need to do and how to do it. So,
wow. Yeah. That's a blessing. Yeah. That's a God's gift.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah. Definitely.
Right. Even though you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan in Cali.
Woohoo! No Florida. Oh, but the Tampa Bay Bucks. Y'all got, man. I did not want to see him go there. And I knew they was going to win.
Look, man. The Tampa Bay got relevant because of one dude, and we all know who that is.
You're right. You know what I mean? But let's just look at this, though. My thing is this. I felt bad for Mahomes' team because they let Mahomes' team let him down, didn't they? Man, they was dropping everything, dude. It was throwing right to him. They was like, whoop.
Yeah, they couldn't catch a cold, man.
They had butter on their fingers. They had butter, like they had a bunch of lobster with butter on it. And they got to play them like,
right. They looked totally different from a year ago, man. Totally
they looked
different.
Horrible. I was like, man, they look terrible. That game would have been. See, when the game is close, anything can happen. But the game wasn't even close. They couldn't catch the ball.
The whole game.
They let him down. They did let him down.
They sure did.
Right. Just keep striving, man. Hey, I like your story. Don't worry about what nobody say. Keep wearing your hat. 2030. You still
yeah. 2030, I'm gonna be old as hell. Hey, y'all, how you doing? Am I right?
And I always remember, it's not how you start, it's how you what, Steve Smalls?
Man, it's how you finish.
Yeah, it's how you finish, man. Don't worry about nobody say, and you just keep.
His name is that same name that was in Pootie Tang. Biggie Smalls, what they call him. Remember Biggie Smalls?
Yeah.
The girl.
You know what? I hear that a lot, man.
Pootie Tang.
I hear that a lot, man.
That's a funny movie.
I hear that all the time.
Get me in tears. Shout out Tay.
Love you for being on here. And,
thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You can come anytime you want.
Thank you.
Be small. Say a little prayer for the brother.
Oh man, thank you, God, for tonight, man. Thank you for Todd Bridges, man. Thank you for allowing him to share his, his thoughts and his expertise with us, man. Definitely a Diff'rent Strokes legend, man. Thank you for the people who are out there that's tuned in, supporting us, man. We really thank you. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Man.
Yeah.
Even though you're not gonna go to bed till about 3 in the morning.
Nah, I won't. That's just how it is. That's I don't know, man. I get like 3-4 hours a night. That's it. But I'm good with that.
Yeah. And you're back on the game.
Yep. Well, I'll have to go to Target when I'm off of there. I go to Target, get some stuff, and then when I come back, I'll be back on the game. Hey, it keeps you out of trouble. And the great part about doing this whole pandemic, we didn't lose nothing. All right, for me and all our friends, it's like, oh, we inside, cool, with more time to game. That's all it was.
That's what you call a quarantine starter kit, right there.
Exactly. I built my own computer. I built this myself. So.
Oh, you got a gaming computer?
Yes, I built it. See, I look.
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
I built that
that's what I'm talking about.
I built it myself. My son, I helped him build his. Now he's better than I am at building them now. Because he went to school for it. He's getting a job at a gaming company to help code games. He's better than I am now.
Man, congrats. Congrats.
Yeah, we're both big gamers. I don't play no games with him no more because he's too good. I ain't playing with him, man. Kids are just smart, fast. You know, their fingers be, I used to beat him in the fighting games. I used to wear him out because I didn't take it easy on him. And then when he turned like 11 or 12, it was over. He was wearing me out. You want to play that? I'm like, oh no, I gotta go make some dinner. I thought mom's taking it. Oh no, I'm gonna help her. I didn't want to get beat up.
Always remember, brother, through it all, you still look good, pretty good, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
At 56, you still look like the same on Diff'rent Strokes. That's a blessing, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. And I think I'm going to go out to the same restaurant you're at, so I'm not going to leave a tip, but I'll get away with it. But if you don't,
I can't leave a tip. Oh my God, if I didn't leave a tip, you know what happened. It'd be on Twitter. Look at that. This food didn't leave a tip. Well, how about if the service was better?
Yeah.
Now I know I always leave a good tip, except for if they're bad at servicing. They're terrible. You know, you don't see them for a while. I leave a good tip, but I put it in the water and slide the cup out and leave it in the water. So when they pick it up, the water's going everywhere. No, I don't do that. I don't do that because it'll be on the team. You hear what Todd Bridges said? He said he did this. That's wrong. I remember when he did it to me. And then somebody come and say I did it to them. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, it'd be breaking news, huh?
It sure would.
It's been a blessing, man. Stay on for about 1 minute after we get up. You know what we discussed, earlier. That little surprise thing, if you don't mind, for about 30 seconds.
You got it.
Right. We love everybody. Thanks, Mr.
Thank y'all for joining.
Bridges.
Definitely.
Smalls, I love you, brother. Even though
Biggie Smalls, in the house.
You slid in like the 5 heartbeats 30 seconds before we got off.
Yeah. You sure did.
Yeah. I am Pastor Palmer. Let's Talk Under the Tree podcast 2021. T Smalls in the house. Mr. Todd Bridges. Don't forget to wear your mask. If you don't, that's your business, but it is. It is.
And see, here's the thing. If you get the vaccine, when the new mandate is you can walk outside without your mask.
Yeah.
Hey, but I still don't do it. I still wear my mask.
Right. I don't trust it.
Me, I don't trust people, dude. I just don't.
That part.
Man,
Yeah. And we out of here. One time for your mind. T Smalls, what they say.
Man, 2 times for your soul.
Yeah.
The Tree Podcast, y'all. We gone.